Celeste from Bookish and Belle, and today we're going to take a look at what's in my bag. This is the bag in question. This is actually my weekend bag. So during the week I pretty much only carry a large work bag, and if I'm going out after work or just going in to run an errand on the way home, I'll just take my wallet out and run in. And then on the weekend I take all the little pouches of things that are in my work bag, with the exclusion of my laptop and charger, and I toss those in here, and that's what I carry for the weekend. It is this Marc by Marc Jacobs transparent bag. It's not for sale anymore, but everybody loves it and you can probably find it used somewhere. Obviously, Marc by Marc Jacobs is going out right now. The label decided that they just wanted to have the Marc Jacobs name because I guess they think it cheapens the brand or something along those lines. So now is the moment really to go and grab all your Marc by Marc Jacobs stuff. It's on sale at places like Nordstrom. It's in outlets like Nordstrom Rack. Other department stores too, obviously. That's just the one that is in my area of the country. And I really love Marc by Marc Jacobs stuff, as you will notice when we get into this. So the thing that I love about this is that it's got this transparent pocket up front, but it's actually just behind that, like the majority of the bag, as you can see it goes further back, is behind this red panel. So you can put other stuff back there and then just throw a couple really cute, attractive things in the front if you like. I also a lot of times will put a book in the front if I'm taking a book with me somewhere. It's like the perfect size, and it's kind of fun because you run around and you can see the book that's in there that you're reading. So first, these are my keys right here. I just like to clip them onto the outside of my bag or my wallet if I'm just running in with my wallet, or my work bag. It's really convenient. This clip is part of this little leather pom-pom or acorn type thing, not acorn, pine cone, which I got at Madewell. And then all I have on here is just my car key and my house key because I like to keep things really minimal. The compartment up here, I will usually have my cell phone right here in this little pouch. So that's the iPhone 6 in the white and gold color. And then sunglasses also right in the front there. These are Ray-Ban Wayfarers. I actually found these. They were in a lost and found back when I worked in retail, and we would regularly have to go through the lost and found after a certain amount of time. And then if things hadn't been claimed, then at that point you could take them. Feel sorry for people that, you know, lost their sunglasses, but also I felt pretty good for myself. These are polarized, which I don't really know what polarization does per se, but what it does for me is it makes looking at your iPhone screen crazy pants. Like if I'm wearing these, I have to like push them up so that I can do anything on my phone because all the colors look crazy when you're wearing polarized glasses. So I'm thinking that is probably going to be a thing of the past now because screens are a part of our lives. Then the other thing that I have up here at the moment is this little leather pouch from Kate Spade. It's got the cute little spade on it there. I really love that. Nice little subtle bow right here on the strap. I basically use this as a pencil case, but my definition of pencil is a little broad. So what I have in here at the moment is a comb. That's not a pencil, but it is a thing that if you have bangs, you need to carry with you all the time because sometimes you gotta comb through those bangs if they're starting to get a little clumpy. Then I have two lip pencils. They're both by NARS, and these are actually both ones that I got, are they both? Yeah, these are both the ones that I got for my birthday as the Beauty Insider gift from Sephora. I will link my Sephora and comic book shop haul video down below. I talk about them briefly in that. These are one of my favorite makeup things to own, and if you actually buy the real ones, they're an actual wooden pencil that you sharpen down. These, which were the Beauty Insider gift, are sort of an imitation of that, so they're actually plastic and you can't sharpen them, which I didn't realize at first, and that's kind of lame. Then you got a Tide to Go pen. That's very important for people like me that are always spilling coffee on themselves and things of that nature. And then I have a pen and a pencil. My pen is this space pen that I've had forever. I really love it. I always buy the replacement ink cartridges. When you pull off the lid, you can put it on the back and then it makes it long so it's easier to write with, but it folds up nice and small. Then I've also got a little gold pencil. This is from Midori. It's made in Japan and it pulls out like this and then goes on there. I just think it's super pretty, so it makes me happy every time that I write with it. And then the final thing in the very front pocket here is in this little pouch. I just have a couple things. I have a little hand cream. This is just an Aveda little to-go thing that my brother-in-law's girlfriend gave me because she works there. And moisturizing chapstick and Altoids. Like I said, when I move back and forth between work and weekend bags, I pretty much just take the pouches. You know, there's like my wallet and my this pouch, my that pouch, which makes it really easy. And this little container is all the stuff that will just stay in my weekend bag. And then I have other versions of that in my work bag. So I have lip balm and, you know, hand cream and breath mints that always stay in my work bag. And so then it makes the transition, it works for me. So in this back pocket here, which is the large portion of the bag, all that I have is my little electronic case and my wallet. Now, my electronic case is new. I just got this at Nordstrom Rack. It's Marc by Marc Jacobs, so obviously I'm trying to buy up all the Marc by Marc Jacobs stuff that is left in the world before it disappears because I love it so much. This is neoprene. I love that it's a neutral color. I think it's a fun little design. I have the one that's all the letters, that pattern for my laptop bag, so it's kind of fun to have a little variety. I also have the letters one in this color as an iPad case, so I'm pretty obsessed with these. I like the little workwear label and I love the texture of the neoprene. Now I think this was made to hold an iPad or a Kindle or something along those lines, but I just use it for my electronic things, which there's not very many of them. Sometimes I'll have a phone charger cord, but right now I just have the original earbuds, and then I have these Friends headphones. They fold out like this, and they are really, really beautiful. Gold and white, which is my like obsessive color combination, as you can probably tell just based on the room that I'm sitting in. And I love these because they're made out of leather, so they're really soft, and it's just, Friends totally nailed it in terms of making headphones that feel like an actual fashion accessory, like something you would actually want to wear. And the last thing that's in here is this iPhone remote, which makes taking self-portraits a little bit easier. I don't use it that often, but occasionally I am glad that I have that. Although now the new iPhone 6 has a self-timer on it, so that makes things easier as well. And then finally, my wallet. This is new as well. It's Calvin Klein. I really love it because it's classic black and gold. It reminds me of Chanel bags, and I want to save up for a Chanel wallet on chain to buy myself for my 30th birthday. That's in 3 years. Like I said, I like to carry just my wallet a lot of times, especially during the week, and I think having the wallet on chain, which really looks like a small handbag, so it's got that long wallet that you can put over, or the long chain you can put over your shoulder and then also like tuck it into the wallet. I think that would work really well with the way that I do my bags, and you know, obviously it's like a slightly more affordable level of something to buy yourself at Chanel. But for now, this is my sort of holding me over. I had been carrying this really worn out yellow leather wallet that I had had for about 10 years, and it was getting really grungy and bad, so I decided I needed to replace it, and I wanted to replace it with something that would carry me over for the next 3 years. So I got this guy at Nordstrom Rack. One of the things I love about it is that it's got this little pouch on the back, which is the perfect size for slipping your phone into. So when I do pull out my wallet and just run into the grocery store on the way home from work or whatever, I just slip my phone in there and I've got everything I need. And I hook my keys on the zipper. And then on the inside, it's pretty basic. It's just normal wallet things. In this big compartment here, at the moment I have my social security card just because I just went to the DMV. I have a cute little gold compact mirror. Obviously I'm obsessed with gold. And I have my key pass for getting into work. And then basically in the middle, you've got this compartment. That's where I keep all of my change and bills smaller than a 20. I keep my 20s in there. On the other side, I keep my checkbook, which I barely ever use, but then occasionally you go to the DMV and you're like, oh, thank God I have my checkbook, because if I didn't, I would be screwed. Then in here, I've just got a few gift certificates, and then I have my credit cards, my driver's license, and on the other side, I have health insurance, library card, Sephora, my points card for where I get my hair cut, my little Enjoy the Arts card that gets me discounts on tickets to plays and things. That was my anniversary present for our first anniversary paper. Pretty cute. And that is all. So I hope you enjoyed this. I really love watching What's in My Bag videos. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments and please let me know what you think. If you like this video, I would really appreciate if you would just click that thumbs up button down there. It only takes a second and it would mean a lot to me. And if you do want to see more, I would also really appreciate it if you would subscribe. And if you want to see more from me that is non-video related, there is a link to my blog down below. So thank you so much for watching.